I'm fine.
This is Joe Pugh for IFL TV here at Stifford Clay Social Club. It's top tier, established Wayne Day, joined by promoter Johnny Clark. Probably a bit more of a stressful hour than you thought it'd be coming into today.
Yeah, mate, it was too stressful if I'm being honest. Feel a bit gutted. Obviously, we had a fight drop out. I'd have preferred Angelo and Thomas Galbraith trying to eat each other with chairs than what happened just now. So, yeah, it's devastating. Obviously, two boys give it their all in camp, but the check weights didn't get done. Check weights don't get done, then you don't get the fight for a title. Aussie accepted it, cracked on, still the same judges, Rands, weight, and yeah, George O'Leary didn't fancy it. So he left. Hopefully, maybe I can talk him round, get him weighed in tomorrow, keep it on, or if not, try and replace him with a journeyman. Obviously, I lost a lot of money on that one, so it is gutting. But I suppose that's boxing, as everyone keeps telling me, eh?
Yeah, well, they both missed or didn't do the check weight for that Commonwealth Serial title. That's James Ozzy Osborne and George O'Leary. Ozzy kind of accepted it, and George, as you said, left. A little bit disappointed in him that he didn't want to carry on and keep that fight going.
Yeah, like I said, winner stays on. So if you would have won, then you fight for the title in the next one. You know, it's not rocket science. You're fucked up. So own it and fight. The title's not on, then so you still had the fight. Still, listen, they've done well with sponsors. They both took time off work. I've been watching them, you know. I've even been in the gym when they're training. So I know how hard they're training. But, yeah, I'm just disappointed because Ozzy's got a young family, took time off work. Same as George, he's a young man, took time off work, got sponsors, and they've smashed it with sponsors as well. And this sport is fucking driven by them in the small hall. Got a good little belt on the line for it, thank you, Debbie. And now we've just had to pull it on the weigh-in again. I feel like this belt might be cursed because it happened with Jordan and Constantine, didn't it? So, yeah, but we'll get through it. You know, like the show's going to take a hit now, but we're prepared for that. Thank you to my sponsors for looking after me, and we'll come back better and stronger on the show anyway.
Yeah, the fight that pulled out on the weigh-in last time out was Constantine Ursu versus Jordan Dujon. That is definitely taking place tomorrow night. Main eventing, and Constantine Ursu give Rod Julian, his trainer, a towel because he said he's going to need it tomorrow night. All a bit of fun and games.
Listen, I didn't even see that, yeah. And he said, "Don't throw a white towel at me," and I think I'll have it. And I'm thinking, what kind of slang is this? You know, I didn't see it. And he's rang me up and spoke about it, and I was like, I didn't see it. I didn't see none of it, but great bit of banter. Fair play. Listen, they've both made weight. The fight is on. It's a headline fight, and I do believe the winner of this can go on to good things. So, fair play.
Probably the biggest and best fight you've put on so far as a promoter?
Yeah, best show I put on. Can't call yourself established and just go and be a normal little show, can you? So, the first show was the statement, and I made one. So now, to be established, they'd have put on a good show. Got 3 titles on, 2 now. The commentating team, they're elite level, you know. Yeah, so we want to be the best, like my Well Hydrate sponsors say, be the best, and this is how you do it. Had the best boxers, best titles, best comms, best interview companies, you know, with the best interviewer, and you crack on.
I don't know who that is. You talk about Jack Martin and CJ Challenger, a really good 50-50 fight, 2 elite Eatons. Boys, yeah, another great one tomorrow night.
Unbelievable. And I think the same as Constantine and Jordan, it's a tough one because one's unbeaten, but one's had wars and tough challenges. And one's called CJ Challenger. That's weird, isn't it? But it's a great fight. And obviously Lee Eaton wins, doesn't he? So he's happy.
He certainly is. And he's also upset for the winner, though. You've got to put that in there. Why didn't Thomas Galbraith and Angelo fight each other? Both opponents pulled out shortly after everything that happened in that room behind me around 2.5 months ago. What was that, Lee? Lee's heard Angelo shit. Yeah, what happened there? Because that surely made sense for that fight to happen, given all the needle they had.
Yeah, well, it started from the beginning. You had Thomas Galbraith versus Ryan Maycock. Ryan Maycock wanted to snap Thomas's rib like a Kit Kat, but his thumb snapped like a Kit Kat instead. Listen, and then I thought, oh, shit, that's shit. And then the same day, Kevin Ravel's elbow went, yeah, so he couldn't fight Angelo. And I was like, well, maybe the chair warriors could fight each other. You know what I mean? Kids in there, isn't there, Joe? And then we set that up. Thomas straight away, yep, take it, same weight, day before went, happy to do it, same deal, happy days. But then Angelo said, it's a bit different in styles. They said, give me to Monday, I'm going to spar a tall, rangy Irish fella. And then he didn't get on well in the spar, so they didn't want to fight. And then, so I booked a journeyman for Thomas, journeyman for Angelo, quickly, like, you know what I mean? There was like a day without an opponent. And then Angelo dropped out. And Thomas went, you know what, I have Angelo's opponent, he's got a better record. So fair play. So Thomas has taken on all challenges and he's one still on the show. And he shows that he actually loves boxing and he's here to box. Unlike some people that leave and don't box, like he's shown what I want people on top tier to be.
Do you think we'll either see Ryan Maycock versus Thomas Galbraith or Angelo, a variation of that beef that day next year on the next show?
Well, let's face it, it's up to Thomas. Thomas done what he needed to do. He sold his tickets, he trained, finished his camp, weighs in tomorrow, and he's good to go. So the ball's in his court. Whatever one he wants, that's who he gets.
We do joke about him being a bit of a madman and causing trouble wherever he goes, but showed to you over the past 6 weeks that he has been a model professional, handled things correctly.
Yeah, and he's got a lot of stuff behind the scenes that probably people see online that it can break a man. And he's channeling it all into his boxing, which I appreciate very much.
Another fight that did pull out very early on was Jordan Perkis. He had kind of broke his foot or something like that. I don't know exactly what happened. He was meant to be fighting Louis Smithson. Zach Fee steps up kind of very early on in his career for a 50-50 and he takes Jordan's place. So that's another cracker.
Yeah, it's brilliant. And I know there's a few youth titles going to be thrown about lately. So as soon as they come on board, I think this is a great test for him to take on to then move over into that fight. So win this one and then surely that's something for him next.
You did mention the commentary team earlier on. You got to mention it. Big name, George Groves, coming down to the Brentwood Centre tomorrow night, and he's going to be doing your fights. He's going to be talking about them, mate. Feel special, that one?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. To be fair, like I've had more people talk about George Groves being on my commentary team than I have like 3 title fights. It's crazy, isn't it? But this is what I'm saying. When you want to be established, I think you have to have the best of the best. And like Wow Hydrate say, be the best, and that's what I'm trying to be.
You might have to get him tattooed on your arm now, or George Groves, after that.
I like Cole Froch.
I'll tell him that tomorrow. I'll tell him. Last one, is the little one going to be coming tomorrow? Because congratulations, we didn't say at the start, but yeah, newborn.
Yeah, she'll be there. Only at the start though, because the wife's still in a bit of a bad way, ain't you, babe? But yeah, the show's pink for her, so baby Cruz, she'll be there.
Excellent. John, thank you very much for being to IFL TV, and I'll see you tomorrow night, mate.
See you later.
See you later, mate.
I'm fine.